Today we'll be focusing on the 5 AI tools that every property manager needs, and you need this in your arsenal if you are going to go automated. So what we're looking to cover here would be areas within your business that you can add and tweak and add some automation so that things move a lot quicker, saving you time, saving you cost, and ultimately saving you money and increasing your revenue. Now, the reason this has come up is because we've found that a lot of property managers have the specific pain points that we'll be covering today. So in today's session, I'll be running the webinar. My name is Uwa. Person I'll be hosting this with is Godswill. Both of us have been in the IT industry for over 25 years, and we've been investing in properties as well. We've been active in the real estate space. So we do have some experience, and we're looking to share that with you. But the main thing is, let's go through the next half hour and we'll show you some of the tools that you would find very useful within your organization. So what is the pain point that we see? A lot of property managers have to deal with tenants, as you do. If you've got 50 doors, if you're a residential property manager and you have 50 properties or 100 properties, inevitably you'd have to deal with tenants and tenant emails. Now, some organizations have automation in place. A lot of organizations do not have automation in place and have to send these emails ad hoc. And that is what we're trying to eliminate, because if you can save that time can be better spent on other things that would add value. And then you've got other issues that are admin related, repetitive landlord reporting and inquiries from landlords. You've got maintenance issues that you have to monitor. Sometimes you have maintenance compliance rules that you have to follow, like inspections every month or every quarter, health, safety inspections, gas inspections, all those kind of things have to be recorded somewhere, and that information needs to be brought to the surface as you go through your day. But often these things are missed, and they're not missed on purpose. They're missed because there is no automation and no tool in place to help out. So the final one is admin overload. You've got 50 properties, not enough staff, and not enough automation in place to make sure that nothing is missed. And often a lot of organizations are dealing with very low margins. So what if you could save all that time? So the email time, the multiple emails you're having to deal with, multiple inquiries you're having to deal with, multiple landlords as well. Keep your systems current, so you wouldn't have to change anything that you're doing now other than adding automation to replace some of the workflows that you currently do. Automate those repetitive tasks, or those tasks you have to keep in your head or write in a diary somewhere, and then increase the satisfaction, your tenant satisfaction, as well as the landlord satisfaction. And that is what we're targeting. So the first tool we'll look at is the automated landlord statements. So some landlords do get statements regularly, others don't get anything at all, and the reason that happens is because there's just no automation, or when things change, things are not updated, like the landlord details are not updated, or new properties taken on board and there are errors in the email, and suddenly the information gets lost. But what you do need is some automation in place. So the tool that we have here is using automation and AI. It reads your CRM system to find out which landlords are due a statement. It generates the reports based on the branding and the templates that you've saved behind the scenes, and then it sends it to the landlords, and it saves you a load of time depending on how many landlords you have to deal with. Even if you only have 5 or 6 landlords and you have to do it every day, there's still context switching that you have to deal with. So let me show you what we built to do with that. So we have this automation here, which shows the CRM. In our case, is this Airtable here. It has records for the landlords. Where are the landlords? The owners here. So these are the landlords, and we've put in the email addresses that the emails will go to, and the CRM reads that, or the automation reads the CRM. It pulls out all the relevant information. It then uploads it to a template, or populates a template, and with that information it creates a PDF file which it then emails. So let's see what it does. And I'm just going to click run, and it should just run. Okay, why is that? this complaint and failed to verify. Yeah, these things can happen. Why is it needing to verify again? Okay. Yeah, so this is verifying the connection to the email service, which is what I would re-verify again, even having authenticated. So that's verified. Request failed due to a failure of previous request. Okay, so it wants me to reauthorize, which is fine. So this is to reauthorize with Google, so that allows emails to be sent. Access blocked. Oh dear. Okay. Why is it doing that? So this was verified earlier. This is so interesting. Okay, so that. So why is it failing now? Okay, let's see if we can get this going again. Yeah, sometimes these do happen. There's a security matter on Google's side. They decided to block this off, which is not great. Okay, let me go back and see if I can reauthorize this differently. Okay, so I'm just going to try this one more time, and then for the benefit of time, I can show you one that was prepared earlier. Show you what that looks like. I think I deleted it. So this is what the landlord statement would look like. Once you've done it through, once it's passed through the template. So yeah, so the template will contain spaces where the landlord's details will be filled in, and all of this information is just pulled from the CRM, the address, the name of the landlord, how much should be paid, and any management fees deducted, and then you've got the answer there. So that's for the rental. The next tool, so that's for the rental landlord statement. So the next one is for rent reminders. Again, this is another place where often tenants miss their payments, and the agent or the property manager has to chase this up. Some property managers have VAs that do this. But if you want something reliable, something dependable, you want to add automation. And what this automation does is it looks at the code, the CRM, and then it works out which tenants owe money and when they last paid. So if we have a look at what that would appear like within our CRM, is we go to tenants here, and your CRM would be different. There are many tools. So the key aspects here are that it works out the last time rent was paid, right? It logs that here, and then it works out how many days late the rent is, and then based on that, it will determine which kind of email to send. So that's what we've got here. So the database, the CRM is checked. We pull the information from the tenant information, and then we work out how many days late, and depending on how late the days are, we'll use AI to change the tone of the email that's sent. So if it's been long, if it's been long overdue, over 14 days, then the email comes out, but it comes out color coded. It will come out red, and the tone also changes. So if we look at one that was sent earlier, so this is the rental reminder. So there, it comes out red, urgent, past due rent payment for 158. So that's the address, and then crucially it includes a payment link, and that payment link, the tenant can just click on that link and go straight to make the payment. And this is what the automation looks like, and this just constantly checks the CRM to see when something just breaches. And the other thing we also do is we're able to send WhatsApp messages as well to the tenant, and send text messages, so you're contacting them in 3 different ways. And that we find makes a significant difference. Tool number 3 is calls from your tenants, or potentially from your landlord, reporting issues. Now, if you rely on a secretary or receptionist taking the call and taking the issues and recording all of that information, you can imagine the errors that are possible if mistakes are made. But with this system here, we're able to capture the transcript for the conversation that was had, and then with that transcript, the crucial bits of information will be pulled out and then put into your database. So we're using here something called Fireflies. So Fireflies is a transcription service. Typically people invite Fireflies to meetings that are online, but you also have the option of a Fireflies app on your phone that you can use to record conversations, or record phone calls potentially. So what you then do is, once Fireflies completes his work, I'm not sure about the phone calls bit, but you can record conversations that you have with the tenant, and once that completes, you have a transcript. The transcript on the right, an example of the transcript is what we see here on the right hand side. So as an example, Sarah Johnson calls. She's from unit B5B at 123 Main Street, and what they're reporting is a maintenance issue. There's a leak under the kitchen. So once the conversation completes, the Fireflies, we configure it to send an information to the automation, and then that automation then pulls the transcript and extracts the key details from within what's been sent. So as an example, if I trigger the automation to listen out for the transcript coming through, so let me run this. Click that once. So it's now running in the background, and I'm just going to simulate the information being sent. Now, this is the payload that's going to be sent to the endpoint, to our automation, and the crucial bit is the meeting ID. So that meeting identifies what identifies the information and the transcript. So the automation then uses the ID to pull all of the text, and you can use this for any kind of meeting. So let's click send. Okay, so that then goes off, and you can see that's running. You can see here it's trying to pull the transcript information from Fireflies, where the transcript lives. So if you have any other tool that generates transcripts, if you record calls with your phone system, we can extract that transcript as well similarly. So the integration will be done for you, and everything that you need to pull out will be extracted. So this is just reading Fireflies to get all of that transcript information, and then once that's done, yeah, it's pulled it. As you can see, it's now going through ChatGPT, OpenAI, to extract the key bits of information from all of the transcripts. And then once that's done, it's going to populate the CRM with the key bits of information. So as far as I can see, it has completed. And we'll look at here. Let's see. Let's look at maintenance jobs. Okay, so maintenance job, this is it. Leak under the kitchen sink causing water to pour at the floor, and then it's logged it under the correct property, correct property address. Sarah Johnson is the name. It's pending assignment, but the key thing is it's extracted the urgency, it's detected urgency using AI as well. And then once that's done, it's assigned it to a vendor. So the vendor, these are the suppliers or the people that would do the work of fixing the issues. And the way it's matched the job to a vendor is when we look at the vendors table within the CRM, there are only 2 vendors that deal with urgent work. So it's matched the urgent inquiry to one of these vendors, and it does it random. So it's not always the same person that will get it, provided the CRM logs the information that a vendor is available to do some of the work. So the next one is a smart chatbot. Now, this means that when you have a chatbot on your website, it means that you have somebody available 24/7, ready to answer calls, ready to answer inquiries via your website. And this particular chatbot that we've put in also has a voice component to it. We wouldn't test the voice component, but I'll show you what that looks like with our property management website. Now, think about it this way: if you get calls from tenants, potential tenants or prospective tenants, you can use this chatbot to pre-qualify them based on questions that they answer, and you can make the chatbot have different personas depending on the inquiry. So if the inquiry is from someone who wants to rent or someone who wants to buy, then the path of questioning will be different from a vendor who's trying to become a supplier to your organization. So we've got all of that encapsulated within the website that hosts the chatbot, and you can have the same thing for your own website. It's just pre-created using a tool called VoiceFlow, and then we provide you with just 4 or 5 lines of code that you put on your website, and then that's it. It starts to serve your clients, and the benefits are immeasurable. So you can tie this in to reports that you get late at night, over the weekend, during holiday season. The tenant or your landlord would constantly be served and be provided with information that they're after. So what that looks like is this. An example here is on this website. This is a website that we created. Bright Stay. Now, bottom right hand corner, how can I help? You just click on it and then the chatbot appears. So you hear these are conversations we've had in the past. And then let's ask a question. How do you handle tenant evictions? So this question will be taken to behind the scenes and answered based on what's in the knowledge base. So if you ask a question that isn't in the knowledge base, it will tell you that it doesn't have an answer for that. But here we go. We manage the entire eviction process, including serving notices, filing court paperwork, and representing landlords in court if needed. Would you like more details on this specific step or acceptance? Yeah, let me just say yes and see what that does. Yeah. So the answers to the questions would be matched to the text you provide. So another question you might want to ask is, when do I get a reminder for lease renewal? Right. So it then takes a question, it goes to the database that to the knowledge base that we've provided, and then it uses that to answer the question. So here is the answer. Options for lease renewal will be communicated 60 to 90 days prior to lease ending. So that's what we have in the knowledge base. So if you have something similar, you have common questions that you get asked, then you can build a knowledge base, and we can help you with that. Build a knowledge base, and we'll put that knowledge base, we clean it up so that it's in a format that AI would like and would be able to answer your questions in, and then we'll use that to serve the responses to the chatbot, and the look and feel of everything will just match your primary look and feel for your business. So the fifth and final tool that we want to look at is meeting and call transcript automation. So this again is similar to the called one that we looked at two stages ago. So with this one, you'd have to get into the habit of adding the note-taking software or AIs to your meetings. If you form a habit of doing that and do that with your entire organization, what that means is that each time the meeting concludes, we can update your CRM or the relevant databases, or if you use a spreadsheet and you want to carry on using a spreadsheet, we can update those spreadsheets with the key bits of information that were discussed during the meeting. So what that means is that if you have meetings with landlords and you've discussed some really crucial aspects, often you'd find that sometimes landlords forget what was discussed, or sometimes the property managers forget what was discussed. Now, you would have all of this information directly in your CRM, so you don't have to go somewhere searching and looking for it. You just go to the usual place you'd go to if you had questions or inquiries about a particular client. And then in there would be all of the information extracted, all of the actions agreed, the time and date, and everybody receives a copy of what was discussed during the meeting. So it does two things for you. It means, one, you are present during the meetings that you're having with your clients and tenants. And then secondly, you have the knowledge and the guarantee and the comfort that everything that's discussed will be registered and everyone can see what's been discussed and agree. If there's a dispute down the line, then it's clear where the information is and it's easy for you to recall the information that was there previously. So these are very crucial bits of information or crucial tools that you'd want within your organization. And not forgetting, when it comes to compliance, there are certain things that you have to show or demonstrate that you've actively tried to be compliant with. So you'd want to have some sort of process of registering what you have done and the processes you've gone through. So if, for instance, you're supposed to do a safety check or a safety audit and landlord says don't do it, then you need to have that track record, right? So that's one of the benefits of having these transcripts automatically save the information to the CRM. And with the tasks, you can also set this so that the tasks are put into your to-do list and you have all of that registered somewhere and it's clear for all to see. Okay, so what this looks like in practice is 47 hours, however many hours you wish, depending on how many properties this has saved you time on. It could be 47 hours, it could be 10 hours, it could be 100 hours. But the key thing is it's saving you time, is removing a lot of stress, a lot of mental gymnastics and mental anguish, and you don't even have to change any of the tools or solutions you've got in place. Now it will fit neatly into your current workflow, and the results are always clear for all to see. Within days of putting this in, everybody starts to notice the difference. And the key thing is you're setting yourself free to focus on things that would actually move the needle in terms of increasing revenue and saving you cost. So how do you get started? Well, book a 20-minute strategy call with us. Just go to bit.ly/lean AI review and just book an appointment there. It shouldn't take even up to 20 minutes for the initial call. We'll have a discussion and we'll get to understand how your organization works and how we can get this into your workflows pretty quickly. So now this is your edge, this is your competitive advantage if you have it in place. Imagine 45 hours saved a week. That's one full-time employee, and that full-time employee or those times could be used to get new business and get more time, or get more properties through the door. So it's a growth opportunity. It's effective immediately. These are the benefits that AI is supposed to bring, and not the theoretical ones. These solutions actually work right now, and it will set you free, set your time free. So let's build it with you. Let's work together. Let's have a discussion. And it may be for you, it may not be for you, but the key thing is you need to start making a move towards getting your business into that AI frame of mind. So that's it for now. I apologize for what was happening earlier with the emails, the security thing that's blocked since I last ran this through. But the principle is the same. If you have an email system, that would need to be securely added to the automation so that you don't get spam emails, and it's only emails that you approve that will come through. So that's it for now. Thank you very much. If you do have any questions, feel free to send me a message on LinkedIn. or you can just respond to this this post within LinkedIn, or send us an email, uwa@autoread.ai, and I'll be sure to respond to you. So thank you very much, and thank you, Godswill, as always, for your support on this. And until next time, have a good evening.